Illusion Fox Gaming. So this quest is going to be a bit of a pain. It's probably going to take multiple days for me to go through and make this recording. It's the Beast of Brewer's Beacon. A salty stalwart is the acting guildmaster, but today she seems distinctly distrait. There you are. Where have you been? Somebody tell you about the big fish? No, I don't mean him. Walgo may be a guildmaster. He's more the big lugworm than the big fish. In fact, he calls you the best fisher in the guild. That's why he wants to see you. Some scholars raising a hue and cry about giant fish and he's catching. Refreshing, isn't it? It's actually serious business for a change. What will the morrow bring? Sharks falling from the sky in a spectacular shower of scales? Sharknado? Oh, don't look at me like that. I am the acting guildmaster after all. You'll find Walgo at his usual spot at the docks. Might as well hear what he has to say. You're not like to lose by it, and I've sure had a bellyful. Well, I think actually this quest came out before Sharknado was a thing, but never know. Selling the adventurer arrives with alacrity. This fellow you must follow. He is learned in lore and wise in the ways of worms. Yes, I am called a Selin. And I am indeed learned in lore, that is to say, I study legends throughout Eorzea. Legends of what the common man might call giant fishy things. I recently came across an ancient document which made reference to something called the Nepto Dragon. I should explain that by dragon, the ancients probably mean a giant fish or possibly a shrubbery of unusual coloring. It's usually one or the other. But my Nepto Dragon was no plant. For the Book of 3 notes it was twice man's size, that is to say twice as long as the Hjord is tall, and tore through halls of trading ships with its mighty teeth. Did it ever live? Does it still? One thing is certain, if I ever find its home waters, it will not be. I who hauls the mighty monster out from its depths, I haven't the fortitude. To clarify, I fear water greatly. Even standing on this pier tests my will to its limits, but that is why I'm here, that I might petition the aid of one such as yourself, who harbors no such fear. Terrifically told and totally true. He came to Walgo, this learner of lore, but he found this fisher had faults. Too old am I to make after this monster of myth, though I do think that I'm not completely diminished by my dotage. Or do you doubt it? I thought to myself, Lotion's a game one game guppy, the best of the bunch, barring myself by the bream. Now then, on to the old ones. I saw that flinch and the furtive flitting of fingers to some folksy charm. So I should say I speak of fish grown great in gloomy green depths. You've heard chatters about these wily wizards of the water, I'm sure. But chatting is not catching. More fishers have heard the history than have hooked the hidden heavyweights. Now, if what this learner of lore tells is true, this Neptune Dragon will need a fisher who can fish an old one to order. So it falls to you to prove your prowess. Pretty please? Master Rowago, I've caught your share of these elder, that is to say, old ones, have you? Was this a quick question? A quick query to yourself, if you please. Why even ask when the answer is clear? Of course I have caught an old one. Notice I stress this singular, Even the master fisher of all users finds the old ones a heaving handful of hell. Where to begin? Aha, the titanic sawfish, an enigma to entertain even an eclectic expert. It enjoys a certain infamy in its immediate environment, shall I say. Other fish of its fraternity flip their fins and flee. You can find the titanic sawfish in Cape Westwind. You must mooch the monster if you're primed to pull it, and our cultured companion will couch his corrections. Now, ready the reel, coddle the creel, use a lugworm, and catch a marrowthroat goby. Marrowthroat gobies are the first bait to bag the best. Mooch with it to net a wahoo. Now you must maintain the mooch to manacle a titanic sawfish. Apicipiscus is this titanic sawfish, not a drop of doubt about it. Only appears when all lines, the hour, the weather, the welkin's caller. Should you net the titanic sawfish, no nugget of knowledge will I deny. I had much opportunity to observe old ones from an umiak, and you shall learn every detail. No easy feat, I know, but mine eyes have seen you master that Dacious marlin and Mazela, and that makes you a fisher second only to Wawago. Okay, so this one's a little tricky, and I'm not going. And what I'm saying is going to take multiple days. Because it's a double mooch they have to do. And you have to do it. And not only that, not only is it certain weather, which currently we don't meet the weather, but it's certain in-game time. So yours, your time currently at the time right now it's 5 a.m. It's 7 a.m. in real life, but it needs to be between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. with fair skies in order to pull this off. So short time frames mixed with everything else. That's why I'm saying it's going to take me multiple days. And so you'll probably see me go through a variation of different outfits. So please don't be alarmed, but this will get done. We will post this video someday. Otherwise, we'll get right on into it here. Let's see. What's Walgo gonna say after we caught that titanic sawfish? Is the deed done, or is the dream dead? Did you catch a titanic sawfish? Oh, yes, I did. Here you go. Titanic sawfish by the belly bursting with bream, valiant venturer, flying fisher. Now the news. It was but once that I caught an old one. 10 years younger I was. Bloody and bruised were my hands afterwards, sliced like a sirloin steaks by the rod and line. Was I afraid? Never. Fishing is a fever that burns too fierce for fear. The old one we seek is known as the navigator's brand, and she wallows in the waters off the brewer's beacon. Mayhap you hear her, lest and alas, Western Lanasia lacks the proper propinquity. I use the Yumizuno, if I remember, and I do very vividly. As we do vanish value, as a clear day it was too, the sun high in the sky. The hour I know it not, nor need to know. The old one needs all your knowledge and skills to catch a valiant venture, and exceptional equipment is an excellent means to an end, to be sure. Go fish, the second best fisher in yours. Go fish! $290 or higher. Well, I'm definitely over that. Let's see. Brewer's Beacon, Western Lanasia, Yumizuno, since it's attack rather than bait, 9 or so should suffice. Between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. during clear skies or fair skies. Where can I get Yumizuno? If I don't already have any. So. You can't buy it anywhere. It's basically a quest reward, or I'm going to have to buy it off the marketplace. Well, that's. I mean, you could also craft it, but I don't have a crafter that high skilled that I can make them. So let's go pick some up, and then we'll go to where we need to be. And then it'll just be a matter of waiting for the time and weather. They're quite expensive, these things. So over here. So now just to wait for the weather. Did you do the deed? Mayhap the old one observed with its oversized oars the futility of fleeing the ferocious fisher. Walgo's not worried. Happy happenstance. It was that I caught my old one, and you will also be lucky with your lure. A navigator's brand, the deed is done. This is the lord of the brewer's beacon by the bream. Still, this success is shocking in its suddenness. Have I been surpassed? Slipped to the second spot from the summit? I am not worried, for there's more to fishcraft than obliging old ones. Still, you are skilled to snag her second old one, and I am less only at the top for it. Fine fish, this navigator's brand. Firm yet flaky, I fancy. Grilled with garlic and garnished with greens, or steamed with shallots and served sauce and spice. A vintage viand this old one will make. The old one is an oblation, that much is obvious. Grab the grill pan, let us greet the god of gastronomy. Mawago also wants his wet-aged fish marinating in its marine memories. A dry, no, wizened white wine, I think. Something from the sixth astral air, sleeping in my cellar. Still here? After apologies to my Admiral Academic, I hereby pronounce solution proficient and pugnacious fit to fish your lurking Leviathan. Ah, that's a relief. As I said, I will have to avail myself of the services of a skilled fisher once I find the Nepto Dragon. I hope you will accept a standing offer to face this hideous monster in my stead. Fantastic, that is to say. Excellent. I shall continue my travels to discover where legend becomes reality. I'll return when I know more. A fine collaboration this will be. You fish, I publish. Farewell for now. That is to say, see you soon. Well, that went well, wouldn't you say? Now for practice. Scholars satisfied, and suddenly we must supplement our skills. We are often oblivious to the old ones, but they are all around us in an appreciable abundance. Calling them would be quite a quill in your cap. I recommend it readily. You can always take the catch to Mordona. I've been told tales of someone Revenant Soul with terrific tools to trade for fearsome fishies. Everyone enjoys an excellent exchange, and they say there are many to be had from this trader at the toll. The 3 T's, my master called it: technique, tool, and talent. Neglect not the right equipment if you are obsessed with the old ones. Oh, so I turned the sound back on. What a marvelous meal I'll make of this. Should I share with that surly Sispoo or slight her by just saving a salted slice? I like big fish and I cannot lie. So that was Beast of Brewer's Beacon. That was I've kind of in a sense been working on that quest for years. So it's kind of nice to finally have it done. And there'll probably be some sound issues and such throughout the video you'll probably see because, well, I kind of did it piecemeal and maybe forgot some things here and there. I'm sorry. Hopefully you still enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you again in some other video or maybe at a stream in the future. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.